Anibal, I'd like to start at your childhood. You were born in Panama City, is that correct?
Yeah, I born in Panama City in 1990, February 10th, yeah.
What was it like growing up there, and when was soccer the thing that you started doing?
Yeah, I come from, I don't want to say difficult country, but, it's difficult to growing up and play football there, You don't have so many opportunities to show. But I think in the end, if you have a good family around support you, I think you have good option to be a professional. And I start to play like when I have like 6, 7 years, old, because my dad played professional football in Panama, and I try to always follow him and to support him, and he's the guy to try to bring me in that sport,
What made it so difficult? Was it the resources weren't there to be able to do it?
Yeah, because you don't have so many options or so many people support you around to you find really good club or really good academy. Sometimes it's difficult when you don't have like the resource also, like the money to try to travel to go into the training. Like that small thing I think is really difficult from the player, because so many players from Panama come from the ghetto, and you are part of the ghetto, you have to sacrifice so many things, and I think this is why it's difficult to growing up and play football in Panama.
Your dad having played professional soccer in Panama, I'm guessing the ball was on your foot at a very young age.
Yeah, from the beginning, yes. My dad played professional, and he's like central defender. He played like 4 games, I think, for national team. And I try to follow him, and every single time. But in that time, my dad working and play also, because in that moment, Panama don't pay really good money, to try to only live from be a professional football player. You have to do both. And this is what I try to support him. And when I turn like 12-year-old, I start to play in one academy called Chepo FC, and that academy helped me like a lot. Like try to be a professional, try to go into the school. Like if you don't go right in the school, you cannot play. It's like so many really good things they make, and they change my life also.
What did your dad do for work outside of
Yeah,
soccer?
he's mechanic.
Okay.
He is mechanic, professional mechanic. Yeah, right now he have 63-year-old, and he's still working like mechanic. Yeah.
What did he teach you about soccer at a young age that really stuck with you as you were growing up?
He teach me like to be like tough guy, like really tough guy in the field, because he's defender, but he's like really tough defender, And he always teach me like to be aggressive, like to always fighting for your teammate, And this is what I learning a lot, because when you start to learning that thing, I think the football come more easy. The quality you can learn the quality, but you cannot learn like to be a tough, to be a difficult player to beat. I think this is why one of the also my quality have in the field. I always try to help my teammate and be tough in the field to fight for the team, and all this detail.
How much does that stick with you now? Like when you're playing in your professional career and you're playing for your country, what you were taught at a young age, and to be that tough guy?
Oh, it's like to be a tough guy it's like natural, like it's not like something I work, like I try to express myself. This is the way I play, and so many people thinking like I am the same guy outside from the field, I think I am different guy inside and outside of the field, When it's my job, I try to take serious my job. I like to compete. I don't like to lose. Also, in small side, nothing. I'll always try to compete. And but outside to the field, I am really good guy. Nice guy. I always try to support my teammate outside for the field, make joke. But it's like something natural I have.
Mm-hmm. Your dad having played for the national team, was that a dream of yours? Is that what you wanted to do?
Yes. When I start to thinking about being a really professional, is like when I start to turn like 15, 16-year-old, and in that moment, and the national team U16 called me, and we're going to play World Cup qualify U17. We don't make the World Cup in that time, but after that one, I start to realize like oh, this is good sport. I can live from football. But my dad and my mom start to put pressure on me to finish the school. If you don't finish the school, you don't play football. It's like I have to finish the school, and after when I finish the school, I say to my mom like I'm going to play football. I don't want to go to this school anymore, and this is what I want, and I start to working hard. And when I turned like 18, 19, the U20 called me also, and in that moment I say, if I want to be professional, I want to take that opportunity from now, and this is what happened after.
What was your reaction from your parents? I'm sure your dad saw how hard it was to play both professional soccer and work. Were they accepting of being like, okay, you really want to pursue this dream, you go do it?
Yeah, it's tough situation because I made my debut when I have 17-year-old, and in that moment I don't make $150 per month, I am really young, it's not too much money, but I want to fight to be like professional player only. I don't think about money in that time. When you're thinking about money, maybe you cannot doing well in the future. My thing in that moment is to enjoy football, and everything come along after. And but my dad, also my mom, they start to put pressure always in the school. And this is what I think. Good thing I have a good thing I learning. And also I can teach to my son right now, like you have to finish the school because you have to be like really professional, because maybe in football 100 players, maybe 2 or 3 players play in the high level, like after that one you don't see if you can go in the high level, you have your school already, This is what I think. I am really proud for my dad and my mom, like they can teach me in that way.
2010 is when you made your first senior appearance, correct?
Yeah.
Leading up to that point, what was it like to work your way up to the senior team?
Yeah, I made my debut in 2010, sorry, and then won a friendly game against Venezuela. And from that moment, and I thinking about, if I want to be here, I have to compete because it's the high level, And in that moment, I don't realize, I am in the national team, in the senior national team. I have 20-year-old in that moment. I am really young, But after that one, I keep working, and the opportunities coming. I think from that moment until now, I feel really proud and represent Panama really well.
When you were in that 17 to 20 range, when you were working and trying to make your way up to the national team, 17, 18, 19, what were those days like to work yourself? What was the work that it took to make the senior national team?
I think to be part in really good club in that moment in Panama called Chepo FC. This is I think really good club to be or to learning and to improve. I think they improve myself a lot. And in that moment, so many coaching from Panama, they looking to pick a player from the club, And in that moment, we have really good team and we keep winning. And everybody have the eyes in this club, And I think when that happened, when I start to play my first game for national team, and everything changed. Everything changed, and I start to thinking about go outside to play outside to my country, because I know if I going to play outside in my country, I have more chance to get and to play in the senior team for a long time, And this is what happened in 2013, when I have 23-year-old, and I'm going to play in Budapest. And after that moment, I think my life changed a lot. Yeah.
What was it about going to Budapest that you felt like changed everything?
Yeah, changed a lot. Changed my mentally, be more professional, live from football, because before that one, when I play in Panama, I don't live like only football. I have to do so many other stuff outside. I work in in kitchen, I work in construction, in some small team to try to get the money, because I don't make good money in that moment. And but after when I leave from the country to Budapest, I think changed my life more, to be more professional. I think because you start to understand you are in Europe, you have to eat football, lunch football, dinner football. It's like everything is about football. You don't think about anymore. And this is why I think in that moment, when that moment happened, I think I start to understand that this is my life. I have to live from football, and I have to take care of my football. I have to take care of my body. You start to understand so many things when you have that moment.
So you get to the senior national team 2010. You start working your way up. You become better. When do they start involving you in trying to get into World Cup qualifying? Is it leading up to 2014 when you guys got so close?
Yeah, I think 2013. I start to play more before to leave to Budapest. because we have like Gold Cup here, 2013, and we went to the final against USA in Chicago, I remember. And in that moment, I am really young. I don't have so many games from national team, and I'm doing really well. And for that moment, I have the GM from the Budapest Honved, that club. That GM come to watch the final, but he don't come to watch me. He come to watch other player. And in that moment, I played really well. And he told with me after the game in the hotel, like if I have chance to go into play in Budapest, And after that, I say, oh yes, of course, I wanna go. I wanna go to play there. And after that moment, I start to be more or to participate more in the national team, the senior national team. Every camp, the Julio Cesar Deli Valde coach called me every single camp, and from that moment, I think I start to play like a little bit more in the senior team.
2014, you all came really close to qualifying for the World Cup, but ultimately you fell short. What was that moment like for you, having known your country had never qualified for the World Cup before?
I think it's the more worst feeling I have in the national team when we lose against USA in the last 2 minutes, because we know like the country will never be in the one World Cup, and that one is the more closing World Cup we have in that moment, we lose in the end like 3-2 in last 2 minutes. I think in home, that feeling, I think is the more worst feeling I have in my career in the national team and also in football, because I think we think in that moment that this is the only chance we have to make the World Cup in that moment, because we don't think about the future, We don't know if we have other opportunity like this in the future. But you see what happened after that one. The next World Cup is coming, and we qualify from Russia 2018.
How much pressure is there when your country's never made the World Cup before, you guys are getting so close, and then you don't make it? Well, what is that pressure like?
Yeah, I take listen, I don't lie, I take 3 months to try to put all this thing outside for my mind, for my head. Because it's tough moment. It's difficult. You lose in the last 2 minutes, and after you have to go back to playing your team, with that sensation. Like it's not the same. You're thinking too much about, oh, this is the time you can make the World Cup, and you don't feel like really focused in your club, And it's like really tough 3 months I have in that moment, 2014, And I take time to try to speak with the coach, to try to speak with my teammate. Nobody wanna speak about national team, and it's really tough moment for the country also. But I think when the new coach come in 2015, it start to change, and we start to build a new process, and that sensation start to come back, like the confidence start to come back. I think it's really good journey when we start 2015.
You guys got on that new journey, and by 2018, you did it.
Yeah.
You made it to the first World Cup ever in the country's history. For you, what was that euphoria feeling like to have felt the failure in 2014, and then 2018, you did it?
Yeah, it's the opposite. To come from the worst feeling ever in my life, and to go to the best feeling ever in my life. It's like in 4 years, take 4 years, and to be like the first national team, like the first player to qualify to the national team, to the World Cup 2018. This is amazing feeling. It's unique. It's unique. We can qualify after that one 6 or 8 times, but I think the first one never forget. I think the first one never forget, because you come to fighting a lot. You come with a hard process. You come with crying too much, and to feel that moment, I think is amazing.
When you qualified, they made it a national holiday in
2018. The next day, nobody worked. The country is crazy. Yes, everybody's drunk in the street. The people is drunk in the street. Yes, they cancel all the war. I think it's because this is what I say. It's unique. It's unique. I think we don't have other feeling like this from a long time, because we know we can make the next 3 World Cups coming, but I think this is only a unique feeling.
Mm-hmm. 2022, though, kind of was another sour note, right? You guys had come short in 2014, make it in 2018, and then 2022, you guys had been playing really well, and then it kind of fell apart close to the end. What happened?
Yeah. I don't know what happened, I tell you, because I think we have an amazing group of players in that moment, and we have really good coach also, and and I think we're doing really good World Cup qualify, and everything changed like in 3 games. You know, everything changed in 3 games, from being like in the top 3 to be like outside the World Cup qualify is really tough. You know, and also when, for example, for me, it's difficult situation because I come from to be in the World Cup 2018 to don't go to the Qatar 2022. You know, and in that moment I thinking like, oh, you know, it's my time to retire, you know, from national team. You know, so many things come into your head, you know, thinking about if it's my last dance, you know. But after that one, I speak with my family. I say maybe I can play one more World Cup qualify, and I want to retire in the best way. You know, I want to retire in the best way, and this is what I say. We made 2026 World Cup, 2026 World Cup, and now I think it's my last dance.
You told them in 2022 you're going to make 2026?
Yeah.
Why did you feel so confident?
Yeah, because with this group we have of players, you know, in that moment, I know that group can make, I don't say easily, but for sure they can make the World Cup, because we have so many quality of the player, and they play in Euro, they play in tough league, and they know the situation, they know they control the environment of the field, you know, all the stadium, all the pressure, you know. And also Mexico, USA, and Canada, they don't play the World Cup qualifier, you know. It's like, I don't say more easy, but you have more chance to make the World Cup in that moment, you know. This is what I say. Oh, I think I want to retire now, but no, I think it's big chance if I go into the next World Cup and I retire in that moment.
It paid off. 2026.
Yeah.
You qualified. Well, in 2025, you guys qualified in November. To have gone, it's kind of crazy stretch. Like 2014, you don't make it. 2018, you feel that euphoria of making it. 2022 is a letdown, and then you get into 2026, closer to it, and you said we're going to make it, and then you do. Yeah. What is that feeling to kind of go on that roller coaster, but to feel maybe validated and vindicated that you guys did it?
Yeah, because you know when you know, for example, individually. In my personal opinion, I think, and I thinking too much about, it's my last one. You know, I have to go. You know, I have to go. I have to speak with the group. I have to speak with my teammate. Like we have to give everything, because I don't know if we will have one opportunity like this, because in the next World Cup, USA, Mexico, and Canada start to play against the World Cup qualifier. You know, it's more difficult. It's more tough. You have more situation. You have more team. You know. Mexico come back play, you know, it's like so many situations. Like we start to thinking about, this is our chance. This is the more close chance we have in the last 5 years. You know, we don't make Qatar, we have to make that one. You know, and like captain of the group, I have to say that one to my team, because also it's my last chance, it's my last dance. I don't want to finish my career like in that way. You know. This is always when I go to the national team, I go to the training camp, I try to speak with the guys and say like, hey boys, this is the chance we have to take care, you know, and this is what happened in the end.
I think I know how much the moment means to you to qualify for the 2026 World Cup, but you put it on your right arm,
yeah.
Right? Can we see your tattoo?
Of course, yes. This is, yes.
Why did you feel like you wanted to get that tattoo?
Because I have the other one, you know, and I say, like, that one is special, you know, both, you know. And I wanna, when I retire from national team, I wanna look always my side, my right shoulder, and I say like, oh, I make it, you know. When I have maybe 45-year-old and I speak with my kid can say like, oh, you play in the World Cup 2026. I say yes, I play, and I am really blessed to play, and I can show the tattoo, you know, also, you know. But you know, I think it's nice feeling, and you know, I am really proud to have that one.
You have one on your left arm too, is that right?
This is from Russia.
Oh, from 2018.
And
okay.
This is yes.
So you wanted to pretty much memorialize
that
you did it.
It's unique time.
Do you have a date on the 2018 one too?
Yes,
or?
This is the date.
So that's
this
the
is
date
the
you guys
date,
qualified?
and this is the other date.
Okay.
You know.
Got it. So what happens if Panama's never won a match in the World Cup? You guys win. Are you going to put another date below it, or what?
Yeah, for sure, 100%. Yes. Yeah.
That's awesome. You know, just a couple more questions for you. You guys have made it to this point, but you've been the captain of this club. When did you first start your captaincy
in the national team?
In the national team?
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
So to be at this point, to be a captain and to lead this team and to lead your country and to bring them to this point, second World Cup ever qualified for, what does that mean to you to lead your country's team?
I am proud. It's really good sensation, but it's not easy also because you have to take care of so many things, not only inside the field, outside the field also you have to. It's really good pressure, you know. It's really good, and I feel I like to do. But also I am not the only guy. Like he's the captain in the national team. We have like 4 or 5 guys around me, try to help me, you know, try to be like to create a good family and good foundation first, to try to always in the field, try to always be together. You know, I think I am really proud to take that ban or to enjoy that moment, you know, and you know, I don't want to think about my last game in national team to using, you know. I want to think right now in the moment, you know. I want to enjoy that moment right now, and then after thinking what happened in the end.
They gave the captain honor to a very fitting person. You have the most caps of all time of any Panamanian player. When you think of what all you've accomplished with your club, bringing a country that's been competing for the World Cup since I believe 1938 or something like that, and then you help bring them to their first 2 World Cup appearances, and to have played so many games for your country. When you look back on what you've accomplished, what does it mean to you?
You know, when I start that journey, like 2010, I don't know if I want to play like 160 games. You know, I don't know in that moment. I only want to enjoy this moment. But after, when you realize and you are in the national team and you start to play a lot of games, and you don't know when you want to finish, you know. And in that moment, I want to thinking, you know, I don't want to win like personal goal or like personal trophy. I always want to be like a group trophy, you know. Like I want to win MLS. I want to win like League Cup, or I want to go to the World Cup. I want to win the Gold Cup, you know. Like all this, like global trophy or global group, I want to win. I think in that moment, it's something personal. I feel really proud to play like 160 games. I don't know, 159. I don't know how many games I play, but I feel really proud. And also my kids, you know, they start to talking about that one. My kids, they understand about that one, you know, and I am really happy to play 160 games with the national team. And I don't know how many more games I play, but from now until there, I try to enjoy every single game.
I don't want to be the Debbie Downer. I know you're 36 years old, so this will likely be your last
Yeah,
World
it's my
Cup.
last one. Yeah, it's my last Gold Cup, my last camp for the national team. Like what I said before, I want to enjoy. I don't want to thinking about my last game, because I know when that game is coming, it's difficult, you know. You have 15 years fighting for your country, never say no to your country, and after everything go off, you know, like this, and you start to looking back like, oh, it's long 15 years, but also go quick, you know. And right now I feel like it's time to enjoy. It's time to enjoy every single journey, every single training camp, and every single training we have, and try to get the more gain I have from here until the World Cup.
What do you think that moment's going to be like when you go to the World Cup and you're standing, I think your first game's in Toronto, and you're standing there and they're playing the national anthem of your country and you're getting ready to play in your last World Cup?
Yeah. You know, I don't know what I say. Like that sensation, I think, I want to feel it. You know, I want to feel that sensation we confirm right now. You can think it, but you don't feel it, you know. And I want to feel that sensation, and also with the captain band is different. You know, I don't know. It's against Ghana, the first World Cup in Toronto with so many Panamanian people. I think this is amazing experience, and I want to feel. I want to be there. Yeah.
Last one for you. I know you helped lead your country to its first World Cup. What would it mean to you to get the country's first win in a World Cup?
Oh, I think this is other team we wanna create or win like a group, you know, because we know we don't wanna participate only. We wanna compete right now, because we're thinking too much about, or the people in Panama thinking about too much about Croatia and England. I think our first game is against Ghana. I think for us it's the more important game, because we know right now if we win that game, we have chance to making like third place right now. You have so many opportunities to go through to the next round. And I think right now Panama, with this group, with this quality of player we have, I think we have chance to win one game, because we want to win one game, and after that one, everything come along. You know?
For you, it's not about winning one game; it's about going further.
Yeah,
right?
of course, because this is what I say. Ghana is the first game. Also, they know they have big option to win against us, but we know we have options to win against them. You know, and this is, I think, a great game for both, and to get the 3 points, first 3 point ever from Panama in the World Cup. You know.